Yeah, look, I think the thing we've done a great job over the last couple games is we've just competed a lot better from the start to the finish, and it's amazing how then things start to go your way. We got some great players that we can rely on in the clutch, but if you don't get to the clutch, it doesn't matter. And we've had some games where we haven't got into clutch situations. But we're getting contributors all over the floor in the last couple games, and that's the biggest difference for us. So it's exciting right now, but we got a big game Monday, so we can't get fat and happy just because we win 2 games.
And Tayshawn Thomas, he's done it in Europe, and now he's shown what he can do here.
Mm-hmm.
Are you wrapped with the way that he showed NBL audiences what he's capable of now?
Yeah, look, when we were looking at Tayshawn tonight, he played at a high level. That was a great representation of him as a player. Now the thing is his family finally come to town this week. So if anyone's ever lived away from their family, and when you have a young child, that's tough. So he has a new lease on life, and he has some consistency when he goes away from basketball. Anyone that knows when you're not playing well and you go home to an empty house, that's tough. Now we better bring it Monday.
When we spoke to Trevor Gleeson in previous years, he runs out of superlatives for Bryce, and probably you do as well, but what did you think of his performance tonight, if we want to single him out as we often do?
Yeah, look, the thing that I appreciate about Bryce is he's giving great effort defensively. And then in the half court, I don't know what his assist total was tonight or in previous games, but he is creating a lot of easy opportunities for his teammates. And the last 2 times in Adelaide, he's done a great job of that, and I think then that allows him to come to life in the fourth quarter. So when he has help, he plays the game the right way. He approaches it Monday through Sunday the right way, and he gets rewarded the right way with it all.
And Mitch, nice way for you to celebrate a milestone game tonight. Pulled that nice win in that fourth quarter, and you caught one in the, should we say, the midriff? I don't know what to call it, but a place
where you don't want to get hit.
Yeah.
How do you
feeling after that?
Yeah, no, it's all good. Obviously, just super proud of how we come out and approach the game from the start. There's certain areas we've been working on throughout, the period where we weren't playing so well or getting the results we wanted, and I think we're trying to keep that as consistent as possible, and we're starting to see the results of that.
Yeah, Mitch, congratulations on 300 games in the NBL. Obviously, bigger milestone for DJ tonight, but yours should not be overshadowed in any way. I've enjoyed watching you when you played at the Townsville Crocs and the Illawarra Hawks, and then you came to the Perth Wildcats, and the heir to Damien Martin, many people talked about for many years, but we've just seen your game evolve through all those years. Is there anyone particularly you want to single out from your coaches to other players that just helped you get to that next level, then got you to 300 games?
If I had to sit here and name everyone, I think I'd be here a while, but I think it starts with family first. The sacrifices Mum and Dad and my little brother made, the sacrifices that my fiancée makes, allowing me to move across the country and play out a childhood dream is something that I'll never forget, and can't thank them enough. So in terms of coaches, there's been plenty from junior days all the way through to now. Players, JR was probably one of the ones that I looked up to as well, playing at the Crocs. So there's a number of guys that I would like to thank, but I'll do that in my own time.
Fantastic. And John, obviously, like you said, you've got a game Monday, and we obviously saw it as well when you beat New Zealand over in New Zealand, that you took a lot away from that win, and that's really galvanised this group. So what sort of things came from that New Zealand game that we saw out here against Adelaide tonight, and that we're going to see continue on with the Perth Wildcats moving into the future?
Look, we just are competing better, more consistently for longer periods of time. If we don't compete against Melbourne, they've spanked our butts this year, because they've been the more aggressive and physical team. If we don't bring that, if we get fat and happy and go back to the hotel tonight and go, well, we're doing well, they'll beat us again. So we better bring that physicality, the emotion. We're playing with a little bit of emotion right now, where we got in this rut where we were just worried about making mistakes, where now we play with emotion and a little confidence about ourselves. but we can't rest. We're 7-7. I don't play to be 7-7.
Thank you, John. Thank you, Mitch.
Anyone else? No, I'll ask them.
John, the starting five changes could clearly worked and giving you a different look. Can you talk to us about what you've seen with that decision to overhaul a little bit and give yourself a bit more scoring power, especially?
Yeah, look, and I think the thing along with that is, look, LT complements Webster and Cotton very well. Tayshawn tonight obviously is really finding his feet. Brady has been really good the last month. So those guys play very well together. But then when we go to the bench, we got Mitch and Wagstaff that are very comfortable, played a lot of games together. So I think I'm just finding a better rhythm with our rotations. The guys are probably getting a better rhythm from me as well. So, we're just starting to kind of scratch where we potentially can get to.
And Mitch, there's two ways people can take it when they go from the starting five, get back to the bench, and positive or negative. You obviously taking it the right way, and others have throughout the season as well. How important has that been when blokes have been told we need you to play a different role?
Yeah, I mean, there's only one stat that matters at the end of the day, and that's a W. So it doesn't matter whether you come off the bench, whether you start, play 40, don't play at all. Guys are finding ways to contribute on this team. I think of Kyle Zunic and Corey Shervill, who haven't touched the floor for a while, but those guys are bringing energy and effort on the bench every day at training. And I think, when you have a rough period where you're on the floor for 2 or 3 minutes and you come off the bench and those guys are there giving you high fives and, pumping you up, it's a pretty special environment to be in.